Hey everybody, DayTraderRockStar here, and I just putting out the HBS watch list video, but I always like to do an update on any type of new developments on the Rockbot script and stuff. I always do a review of the trades on that. As we know, this week has been very volatile with the Fed, FOMC meeting, and CPI, and the downward trend in the markets and the sell-off over the last 3 to 4 days. So very hard in the upside. But I want to show you a couple of things that we're going to run. And I moved my, I adjusted my parameters on the Rockbot to take faster profits and give it better opportunities. So I want to go over those parameters right now, show you some of the back testing, because this is what we're going to run for next week, and we're going to use this. Now, I do a lot of back testing, a lot of just analysis of the markets. If you're not familiar with myself or what we're talking about, I'm DayTraderRockStar. I broadcast daily live to the public, trading every single day since 2007, live on www.daytradingradio.com. Now you can head over there, check out the site, check out everything. A lot of people have the script. The Rockbot script is a script that runs our methodology, and I'm not going to get into the methodology right now, but if you're familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. And what's been really working really well, especially this week, is the 3-minute time frame, the 3-minute divergence setup versus the 1 minute. 1 minute very choppy, but the 3-minute almost flawless. I was just doing a scan, which I usually do. I do multiple time frames. I look at the levels. Typically, we have all these parameters on the right-hand side. Take profits at, normally there's set at taking profits at 4, how many contracts we're going to take off, 4 ticks or a point or 2 points, how many contracts we're going to take off, what our second profit is going to be, how many contracts we're going to take off at our second profit, what's the stop loss tick, trailing stops, et cetera, et cetera. And again, all this. Sorry for that interruption on the phone there. That was my dinner call. I was meeting some people out to dinner. I'm back here in the office, believe it or not, and it is Friday night, 9 at 10 p.m. And it's so important to get this out. Getting back to the Rockbot parameters here, I wanted to just go over the what we have for next week. I want to set this up. This is what we're going to do. For those out there, again, if you have the Rockbot script, that's great. You could apply these parameters to it. If you don't have the Rockbot script and you're a Day Trading Radio member, you could follow the Rockbot. This is what the parameters will be set on this. So there's 2 ways of actually following these trades. This is equity. This is the S&P futures, the MES actually futures, set for 5 lots. First, we actually, again, setting this up different. This is how this is going to be set up. Basically, the divergence signal is going to be triggered. The trade is going to be taken. Our first profit is going to be 20 ticks, 5 points. 20 ticks, 5 points. We're going to take 4 off. And again, this is just basic, setup on the parameters. You could set up your parameters any way you want, or you could just, it's really up to you how you want to set it up, how many contracts you want to take and stuff. But this is just a standard default. Usually it's set up 5 and again, MES. MES really represents 1/10 of an ES contract. So 5 contracts on the MES is really a half of ES. So 5 contracts I have written down here, taking profits after 20 ticks with taking 4 off. So 4 contracts come off. The take profits 2 is 0, meaning that after the 4 contracts come out or taken off, the trailing stop actually starts after 4 ticks. So it really protects us in that way. And we have one trailing, again, a trailing stop up here. So it's really, once this thing gets above 4 ticks or 1 point, automatically a trailing stop goes in. So you're locking in a point no matter what. The downfall or the stop actually on the initial trade is going to be your signal bar low. But because we're trading on a 3-minute value on a time frame instead of a 1-minute time frame, we're going to have bigger moves and we're going to have more profitable moves. The higher the time frame, usually, the better the trade probability. Just the way it is. 1 minute's more volatile, 3 minutes better, 5 minutes great, and as you go out, you're going to adjust some of those parameters, and you're going to get bigger targets on this. So again, I always go back for the week and see how the previous week is, and we just ran this on U.S. equities, extended hours instead of we could do real time. The extended hours is going to give us a lot more trades. So we're running that. And again, 3-minute time frame, or the 3-minute divergence, I should say. If we run that, you're going to see it's not going to give us as many trades as the 1 minute. The 1 minute could be very choppy. It's going to give us 14 trades. All right, 14 trades, 85% success rate. Number of winning trades, 12. Number of losing trades, 2. Overall profit, 115 points or $576. That's pretty good. That's what I want to always strive for, above that 80% success rate. That works really good. As you can see, if I move this down to the 1 minute time frame, things get really choppy. Now I want to keep the same parameters, but because it's 1 minute, it's totally different. So let's just run the 1 minute here, and that's the key to understanding the markets. The 1 minute sometimes is too volatile, and it'll give you losses. And which in this case it's down just a little. It's 57%, 47, 27, or 27 successful trades, 16 losing trades, 4 break-even trades, and not much of a profit, almost break-even on that. Whatever that says, $57 loss over the week. So it's not really giving us much. It's not much giving us much on that. So we go back to the 3 minute, and again. And we're using overnight, this ETH here is using overnight trades, so we're going to get a lot more trades overnight. Overnight seems to be sometimes a little bit more tricky because it gives us that little flat line trade, not much volatility, not much movement. It could be very choppy. So if we move that to just open hours, or pretty much just the real time hours, 9:30, 4 o'clock, and we adjust that, our trade, we're not going to have 14 trades, of course, because we're missing half the night. Let's see what it comes out to be. But it tends to have more volatility. It has more volume. It's usually much better. So it's only given us 5 trades, but 100% success rate. 100% success rate. Let's go back to again, this is on the 3 minute time frame. We're going to go back to extended hours here for a second. We're going to run that. And then we're going to actually show you something here. Let that run through. And then we're going to go to analysis. Well, actually, I want to go to the chart. This is the analysis. Let's go to the chart. And the chart's going to break down where these signals are going out for the last week. Now, you can see there's no stochastics here, so you can't really see that, but I could add those in. So what I'm going to do is just add a basic 9-3 stochastic. And if you have the NinjaTrader platform, you could do this yourself. So I'm going to do the indicators. I'm going to go to fast stochastics, which is all the way down to the second. Let me double check here. I don't want to go. I think I passed it. Here we go. It should be. Where is it? There, stochastics fast. I'm going to apply that. So we have that band there. This is on the 14.3, but I want to put it on the 9.3. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete the percentage K line. We're only going to use the signal line, which it looks like it is already done that. So there we go. So now we have the parameters set up on our back testing just so we could go. And we're going to go back and we're going to take a look at these. So you can see first profit hit, nice profit hit. And again, sometimes you won't see the classic divergence where the low and the lower and the higher low. Again, I want these levels to be above the 20 line. So when you have a trade down here or this candle down here, really it's a mathematical equation, and sometimes you can't see it on the chart. You just have to understand that's what the read is underlying. But as you can see, big moves off of these, and these are not even capturing the full moves. This one pretty much captured the full move here. We're just going to zoom out, and we're going to go out to all the trades here. Let's just go back. Again, the key here is also, and again, I stress this is so important, understanding market sentiment at the time. If the market's in a sell phase, any long side divergences have to be taken off quickly. In this case, because we have a trailing stop, or we get the first profit and a trailing stop moves up 4 ticks. If we get further upside and we have great news, yeah, we gain that, but we also protect ourselves in the downward trending. So this one, even though it doesn't look like we got much, the divergence gave us something, and we were able to capture a profit on it and put in a trailing stop, but protected us. And again, you can see some of the gaps and stuff, but most of these are just excellent setups. Some of these could be a little choppy. This one actually is not a bad setup here. What we're going to pass on. Let me get my pointer out here. So you can see that divergence here from this low to this low, and that's why this came in and it moved up. It took out 1.25, and then it just took profits on that. It came back down quickly. I wouldn't even consider this a trailing stop. We see this a lot. Let me zoom out here a little bit further. Session close. It closes on session close. Sometimes that doesn't even work for us, but in that case it did. A lot of these will give us some good entries, and we'll get out real fast, even though the big moves later on are there. So again, guidance from myself during the day is going to help a lot, because we're going to be able to analyze the market really, really good. But I wanted to just point out the parameters that are going to be running on the Rockbot for next week. 20. All right, this is it. We already went over 20. Taking most of the profits off. 20 taking profits after 20 ticks. But the key here is the trailing stop is after 4. So after 4, you're already locking in a point. Even if it comes back, we're locking in a point. If it goes higher, we still have a lot of room. We're not going to blow out. We're going to give this thing as much time as we can. So lots of time we'll get a divergence on a news, and it'll really rip. And instead of getting out, we're giving it some time, and that's where we kind of make most of our money is in this situation. I've done a lot of back testing on this, and I do find that lots of times, if we have a bigger profit zone on those stocks that or that news, whatever you want to call it. Let's take a look at the analysis here. Actually, let's go back to the summary. Two losing trades only, 12 winning trades, 85% success. The key here on this type of setup is your average losing trade. Now this is on points. If we make this into currency, and again, we're only trading 1/2 of an ES point. That's pretty damn good. So we take this and we actually we go to currency. Give us a different view of that. Our largest losing trade here is only 42.50. If we, that's where we're going to get caught sometimes on this, the average losing trade. Sometimes you could have a candlestick low that's really big based off of news, and that's why you have to be in front of it. That's why I also stress that we don't like to use this automated trade. We like to use it as an additional tool to identify the setups and then manage the trade on our own. So that's not bad. Anyway, that was the gist of this video. I really wanted to just kind of get the new parameters out for next week. This is just looking at my trades from today. I didn't take many today. Usually on a Friday, I tend to take a few more, but the market conditions this week were not favorable. I'd rather have a choppy or more range-bound market, not a directly, not like a trendy market, which we had a lot of negative, a big negative bias in the market, which is harder to get profits on the buy side. The short side is a little bit better, and if we could take advantage of that, we will. So next week, we should have more of that chop. I am looking to give you at least some 10-point trades, 10 points on the MES, ES, off of these divergences. We're going to be tracking both the 3-minute and the 1-minute. All right, on the subs, and maybe even the 5-minute on one of my charts, and we're going to nail these next week. So we could get a 20-point move. My goal is to find some 10 to 20 point. That's points, not ticks. We're talking points. Anything over 5 points is golden. 10 points is genius, and 20 points is godlike. All right, so I'm looking for some godlike moves next week off of these, and that's not hard in this environment. This was, look at this divergence right here, which was probably on a 1-minute divergence because I had it written down. I don't see it on the 3-minute, but if I switch this over to the 1-minute time frame. Let's go to the 1-minute, and I haven't even checked the 2-minute, and I never checked the 2-minute. Let's see what we can see here. These are the trades I was taking today. And you could see we kind of have this relative divergence, the candle coming down here. This held up pretty good. The 9.3 and the 14.3. That's the reason I took that trade. And that would have actually held up, that moved up and we took profits. Again, pull back here. I just felt really good about the rotation here. It was a triple stochastic rotation. And again, took that trade up here, took it off on the rotation or close to the rotation. Maybe I took it off a little bit early. It would have went a little bit higher, and overall, the whole setup was really good. These are on the 1-minute time frame, the 3-minute time frame, and here's another one that I did not take at 12 o'clock. That would have been something I should have taken right there. I would say I did miss this one, which was a good quality setup here. A relative divergence. That was a good one. Didn't take it. Let's take a look here. This was a 5-minute time frame, but that would have been a hard one to get. It's on the 1-minute time frame. This one was real fast. You could see that there was a divergence here, and actually the divergence popped us a little, and I actually was able to get out and 2.25 points. That was a big, fast little move. I mean, with the environment when we're down, 80 to 100 points, 2-3 points is not hard to get in this market. That's why I think that 10-point to 20-point goal for next week is going to be key. Look at this. This was a divergence here. This one at 9.20, that was probably one of the best ones of the day. How steep that was so steep. It was perfect. That was really. Let me get the zoom in here on that divergence. It was a 9.3 and a 14.3 divergence, and that was key. Plus, it was a rotation on the 60-10, which is also key for us. And that's why we had such a big move, and I did miss that one. And again, I was covering for Paul. Paul, it was just tough in the morning. It was really tough. We had some. Paul couldn't make it. He was getting the Rockbot, getting the tradeometer set up, and I was jumping on. It was right before the market opened. So, again, but just understand what we're looking for. And if you're in the chat room, bring it up because I want to confirm these. We have to work as a team. There's a lot of money to be made in this market, and as I've proven for the last 5, 7, 10 years, these setups work great. So we have to work as a team. And what I mean by that, if I'm not watching something and you see it, I'll confirm it. I'll take the trade. I want to take that trade. I don't want to miss this opportunity. We'll work together. We're all in this together. All right? This was a nice setup back here at 5:40. I don't know. Sometimes I want to get in really early in the morning too. I don't have that in me. I'm a night person. I'm a night owl. You know, I do better at night, and I have a hard time functioning in the morning. Look at this. I'm sitting here. This is the problem I have, you know. For those that know me for years and years and years, I've been here in the trenches with you guys trading and juggling all this stuff. We juggle a lot of things here. I put out an impromptu show with deep discussion on futures and a call from RPM, which was kind of interrupted my show at the time I was doing a video and stuff, unedited and raw. Unedited and raw. All right? Look at the comment I get on this. What a friggin' idiot. I'm sorry to say that, but I hate, you know, usually it doesn't bother me. But someone just made a comment about saying unprofessional, you know, and I wrote it down. I said, you know what? Let me see if I can find where these comments come in on these things. I don't even know. I just saw it pop up on my screen here. Let me see if I can find the comments. I'm just curious to see what he said. So let's, market's actually pushing a little bit higher here. So it's not the easiest thing in the world, you know, and I'm not a promoter. I'm a trader. I'm a trader, you know, and when you see these videos that go out, it's raw. It's here, it's live. I don't have time to go back and edit stuff, put little GIF pictures of me screaming on the screen and my picture up there and say, whoopee, look, made $500. No, I'm not going to do that. We're in here. This is real life. So if you don't like the video, I'm sorry. You know, I'm trying to get this stuff out. Our techniques, we're traders. I'm not a promoter. I'm not an advertiser. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm a trader. All right. So I apologize if you think that these things, sometimes you might get something that's unprofessional. I wish I could. Where's my, I want to see what this guy said. How do I find it? I don't even know. I got 13 pluses. I'll add myself to that. But I just saw something come through. Hold on 1 second, please. Futures trading inspiration. Let's see what it says. Here it is. Ah, man. Comments. Poorly. Here's my comment. Poorly organized presentation. 4 minutes ago, someone just texted me that. Poorly organized presentation. Sorry. You know? Sorry I didn't conform to your ADA, ADHD presentation format crap. You know? Find someone else who has some nice graphics that are fake. Sorry. And the people don't usually bother me because I'm too busy trading and doing research here at 9 o'clock on a Friday night. So if you can't get the gems out of these, the object is to get the gems out of these videos. I'd rather get out a 5-minute video, have someone edit it, put a nice little screenshot up there with me screaming and say, ooh, $500. I made $13,600 today on 2 contracts. And I'm 14 years old.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Oh.
Order submitted.
Yeah, I just made another $1,000.
Order submitted.
Bye.